You know, it's not easy being cheesy, starting these episodes off with poetry every day. But luckily, I've employed somebody who doesn't cry in any way. Stupid. I fixed my chunk loading issues thanks to you guys and the help of the Discord and my viewers. We've eliminated the limited chunks mod, and I made a quick little tutorial last night about how you do that if you're using the CurseForge launcher. If you're confused, go check that video out. But I think we need to start off things the right way. And here it is. In a world of bits and codes, a tale we weave, where challenges in virtue realms we dare to believe. A tube, a beacon of hope did it provide, fixing the chunk loading issue with expertise it applied. In the dark of night, a tutorial did emerge, a quick guide to navigate, to help us all converge. CurseForge's ancient interface, a labyrinth in our way. But with a video's grace, we found the light of day. Limited chunks, a mod that vexed our play. The tube showed the path, guiding us along the way. To remove it or to ignore it, the choice is now clear. Thanks to our guide, the path ahead we need not fear. Now onward we venture, into new frontiers we soar. Chapter 3 awaits. In the quest book we explore. The Derelict Derrick, an oil-rich domain. With Tube's wisdom by our side, we'll conquer the terrain. In the digital realm, our journey unfolds. With Tube as our compass, our story is told. As we delve into mysteries, with courage we set. For the world of endless possibilities, we'll never forget. Glorious, I know. Let's dive. Supposed to hit the water. Let's dive. Get the shot. Barbie's rolling, and guess where Barbie's going? To the Skystone Catalyst. And guess what the Skystone Catalyst does now that the chunk issue's fixed? She could pick up Skystone and bring it back here. And Ken runs to the other catalyst now, no problem. Picks up all the drops, brings it back here for processing. And this dude, what's his name? Pecker. Pecker runs. Can I get down here? Yeah. Pecker runs to the oil, and all things function properly now. How did I get that on my keypad? Z. Apparently Z. I hit Z somehow, some way. We need some parts and pieces because we're going to dive into Chapter 3 a little bit. I don't know how far we're going to get today. We need some of these deals, whatever these are called. Let's start with 16. I got some diamondes too because we're going to make parts and pieces. We need to jump into Chapter 3, like I said. And I did take a look at this, and now I forget everything that we got to do. But I know that we need to start at processing crude oil. And not this crude oil. No. We need this one right here, Pneumatic Craft one. And if we look at uses on this, and then we go here, Refinery Controller, we see that if we put crude oil in a refinery controller and heat that to a temperature above 100 degrees Celsius, whatever that is, we'll get 3 outputs. And we need to put these 3 outputs in refinery outputs. So we need at least 1 refinery controller and 3 refinery outputs to get started. And we'll end up with heavy oil, light oil, and refined oil. And then once we get that set up, we can look at that stuff and see what we got to do from there. Deal? I like the deal. Let's go like this. Boom. We're going to start out with 4 controllers, and we're going to start out with 16. Wait. Outputs. I don't need 16 refinery controllers. Let's start out with 3. I need more outputs. I need more diamondes. Little refinement. Yes. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to become more cultured here and not make a mess that we have to clean up later. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to make a mess, and we're going to have to clean it up later. Just like my little compressors. And I'll show you that in a second, what I did to fix them, because that was a little oaky looking down there. What do I need? Diamondes. I'm going to need more diamondes moving forward here in the future, because I don't have many of them. And I'm not a fan of mining anymore. So we have to figure out a way to get them. Compressor, remember this? We set this up in the last episode. 8 of these chumpies, liquid compressors, they have a lava. They pump air pressure, and each one of these, let's look at this together so we can analyze this. They all now have almost 5 bars of pressure. And in each compressor, it holds this volume of air, right? And the reason I built this pressure chamber was because of this. This holds this volume of air. So now, when we branch off of this deal, we can feed air to all the parts, pieces, things that we're going to need. We need one more thing. We need a vortex tube. I think I can make that right here. Oh, yeah. Hear that? That's doing that because I added this thing here. A pressure tube. Yeah, it's called a pressure tube. Let's look at that together real quick. This thing, safety tube module is what it's called. You make it right here. And this thing, if we hold shift, it tells you, look, it can't go above 4.9 bars. And if you use advanced pressure tubes, it can't go above 19.9 bars. And that is going to help stop our machines from exploding. That, along with this mixture of the security upgrades and everything, we shouldn't have any issues. I moved this over, centered it in my fancy floor because I had it kind of cattywampus before. And I added 3 more ports so that if we need to in the future, we can add more liquid compressors around this deal, feed into here. And then, like I said in the other video, we're going to come right out the top. And that's going to feed our machines. Yes? We need this, a vortex tube. Don't forget what you were doing, tube. All these words. Vortex tube. Can we make it? Boom. No problem. Of course we can. Because you're hot when you're cold. And you're not. Don't have nothing. All right. Vortex tube. I brought over one of these things too. Fluid cell. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but over by my door over here, I've been stacking them deals up. And I was doing that prior to setting up Pecker and the Derelict Derrick. Before even knowing that such a thing existed. I was bringing them around the world with me. If I could stay up here, that would be great for the video. And filling these deals up so that we could start getting some crude oil. But I think what I need to do now is I need to empty these because we might use these to move fluids moving forward. But we need a refinery controller, and we're going to put this guy right here. Boom, just like that. A refinery output. Remember what it said? It said we had 3 things that this was going to give, right? So we could just go like that, 3 tall. Then we need the vortex tube deal, right? And this guy is going to heat up when you give him air pressure. So if we put him, not that way at all, we want the red thing facing him. Maybe I can spin it with the wrench. Just like that. Red goes in to this controller, right? And now if we go like this, and we come in here, and we could go here, configuration, and we can say auto output, and we're going to put the orange over here. Boom, that should start feeding. It does none of the above. Auto output enabled. There it is. Boom. That's how you do that. So this fluid cell moves fluids, right? By doing that, if you didn't know. And this is going to be kind of a cheeky way that we can import and export out of things into other things. Maybe. I might still use the create mod pumps, pipes, all that stuff. I'm unsure on how we're going to progress. Do I have more pipes on me? No. I need to add another mod. And I think in the dev build it exists, so I'm not going to be cheesy. But I want to add a mod that will allow me to mute things. And I forget the name of the mod right now, but it's like a thing that goes on your little deal above your player. And you can select the sounds that you want to hear or what level. You can change everything in there. So we don't have to listen to that thing go like that anymore. We should have put this over here. No. We're going to leave it right there. Where do I put air pressure into this? Here? No. Underneath? Where would you like air pressure, sir? On the top? Can you do it underneath? Boom, you can. All right, I like that better. This is all temporary, right? We're going to change how this looks, but for now, I'm trying to figure out how I want to set things up. And I do know that you can make, what were they called? This stuff, thermal lagging. You just take a piece of glass in your sturdy machine and you get 8 pieces of thermal lagging, because what you want to do is when I put air pressure in this vortex tube, it's going to heat this thing, right? And you need to keep the heat inside all these blocks. And I think, I'm not sure if this is even going to work, but I have my light my path thing. And if I go like these, that might count as a block entity, yes? Yes. Let's do that for now. Can you go there, though? And see if it works. Because this was a plan that I was thinking, you know what? That might work. So we're going to see how it looks. Number one, I know the thermal lagging looks like it belongs on there, because I've seen Darkfan use that. And that actually seems like a block that we might use. I just want to see. That kind of looks oaky. I'm trying to match like the magic setting up here. And I don't know that we even need to be concerned with that. Let's pipe this thing in and see what happens when we give it air pressure. I'm glad I put this all in a convenient location, because the problem is, if you don't know, when you use these pressure tubes, we're using just the Bobo original ones. There is an upgraded version of this. Where's it at? Here it is. But we need molten plastic in order to make these the reinforced pressure tube, which I think there's less of a loss in air pressure in these tubes. The more tubes that you use, the more air pressure will be lost. Make a sense? But it doesn't matter right now, because we're just testing. We're not setting up our final environment. All these things are subject to change at a rate and pace never before seen in modded Minecraft, right? Are you getting hot? It's getting pressure. Oh, you know what? Do I have the thing? I don't. We need to put a security upgrade in there, because guess what's going to happen while I'm over here? Security upgrade. I can type. You come with me. We need to put this guy in here, because we don't want our machine to blow up. It'd be nice if you could just like click on there with it. Just saying. Open this dude. We can't open this dude. Open this dude. Can we do anything in here? Heat. Machine requires heat. Yes, we get that. Always on. We're hot. Dude, we're making stuff. Look, heavy oil, light oil, refined oil. You don't need security upgrades in these. I thought you did. But apparently you can't, and there's nowhere to put them. There is something else you can do. Now, I don't know if this uses up way more air pressure than it should, because I haven't played with this mod in years. But you can use these things, heat sinks. And these are a faster way to cool things from what I remember. But the good news is that there's no floor here, and I'm going to keep falling down and being a bot and not be able to get back up there. Sorry for being angry. I wasn't angry, I swear. We need to cover this guy up top, too. See how that's leaking? Boom. He leak it no more. I mean, he still looks like he's leaking, but okay. Because you need all surfaces of this deal covered up, or else it loses heat, right? And we're doing right here. See how it says no problem? It's because we have it, no problem. We have a big problem right here, though. Refined oil is already jacked up to the roof. So we need to put that somewhere. Where do we want to put that? What can we even use this for? Why can't you use the U button while you're in their GUI? Refined oil. Let's see. This stuff right here is what we're looking at. So if we click on uses right here, what do we do with this? Oh, we make 4 different things with it. Diesel, kerosene, gasolina, and the LPG. We're going to need the LPG later on down the line, because we're going to make it the plastic. Remember, we talk about the plastic, you're going to make it the better pipe. Let's concentrate on this guy now. So we need 1 more of these we have, I think, refinery controller. We have it, yes. And we need 4 total refinery outputs. And then we can set up that deal and see what that does. Copy? Oh, would you look at that? You can grab more than a stack out of here. I'm holding 69. But when I put them in here, only 64 go in there. All right. We need a pipe, because we're going to move a fluid into a new deal, yes? Maybe I should make a whole video using just that voice. Should I use up all my diamantes? No. We're going to do like this. We're going to make a 4, and we're going to take these diamantes. We're going to put them back in there. And now's the time where I say to you, if you made it to this point in the video, and you're like, man, this dude is freaking cool, show some love and hit that subscribe button. On that note, let's get moving. I'm trying to hit 5,000 by the end of the year, personal goal, and it has other limitations involved in it, but you don't need to hear all that stuff right now. We need to take this, where's it at? Right here. Refined oil. And that is in the top? Yes, in the top. So we need to pump that into another chumpy right here. Let's say, how much room do we want to give? Does it matter right now? Yeah, maybe it does. We go right there. Boom. And we put 4 guys. Wait, output. I put a wrong thing down. The wrench works. Breaks them, no problem. We need a controller, right? And I said I want to put it down right here. Boom. And then we need 4 of these dudes on top of there. 3, 4. Yes? And then we need to take this stuff. What do we want to do? I said I was going to use them things, but I think it would look cooler with the create mod involved in this whole deal. You're going to go there. You're going to spin it. And then we're going to bring you. I don't know if I left myself enough room here. Maybe. We don't want you there, though, right now. Let's do this. And then we go like this, remember? We put one of these guys right here. And then we go like this again. And boom. And we do that all the way down. Because tube's a bot, remember? And we go like this. And then right here, we can do glass. Yes? And now they won't connect. Refinery output. 1, 2. And then we still have 4 sides to every story. I should have brought that out further away from my oil tank because that's going to be in the way later. But like I said, this is all just a temporary solution, right? Now we need power here. Let's get a shovel. We have a shovel. And let's make a room. Yes? Look at the skills on this guy. I could just come up right here. Check me out. You ready? And another trick is you should have all the stuff that you want to use while you're building. It'll make for a better gameplay experience. There's a better word for that, but I'm missing it right now. I need a belt. 41 of them should be enough. Boom. You come with me, and we need you down here, and we're going to go like this real quick. It's not Martina Navratilova that I'm trying to sound like. I forget her name. She's a Ukrainian girl, tennis player. And, yeah, that's who we should model ourselves after, I feel like. We want to go here. Maybe. Boom, like that. And then we want to get rid of this guy. And then we want to go like this. Look. Take a belt. And then if you go like that with a belt, and then we take our belt in our hand, and we could go like this. Isn't that amazing? And now that belt's going to act as a cover, block, cover, replacement type of deal. We're pulling you out of there, right? Yes. Boom. You go in this guy. That's filling up. We got our refined oil in there. And we need a vortex tube again. Have all the stuff you need. It'll make for better gameplay experience. Vortex tube. Boom. This guy. Right? And I think we could just branch right off of that line that we have under here to this guy. Put you there. We need to spin it you. Boom, boom. And then we take our pipage, pressure tubage, and we go like this. But we want to connect to the machine first. And the reason why is because if I connect to that pipe, it's just going to output air pressure. And it takes 6 months for these compressors to build up enough air pressure to do the things that we're doing. So we want to savor that. And we want to make sure that we don't blast through it. Now, this isn't going to do anything. You know why? Take a wild guess. Because there's one problem. See this right here? Not enough heat. You know why? Because how much heat do you need to process this? Number one, we don't know. Well, we need this to cover. Remember? We went over this. Boom. And we're going to use these things because they go through the block, apparently. And now it's doing something. Whether it's doing the right something or not, we've yet to determine. We're going to put these all here just for now, temporary. Like this whole video is temporary. My game's probably backing up right now because it's being goofy. And we need one more right here. Boom. And that should all be covered. I don't think I like the look of that on there, which is kind of a shame because I thought it would kind of look cool having this all up on like a platform in the air somewhere, somehow, some way. We got enough temperature. We're processing refined oil. We're making the diesel, the kerosene, the gasoline, and the LPG. Can we get to making plastic today? That's the question. LPG. This guy right here. We want to look at the uses on this. And then we want to look here. All it is coal. And then you make plastic. I think we can do this. Thermopneumatic processor. So you don't need heat on that guy. Do we have one of them? We don't. I think a thermopneumatic processor needs more. I think I made one of these. Let me see. Thermopneumatic processor. I could have swore I made one. Yeah, I didn't. No, I need a basin. That's what I didn't do. Okay. 5 of them deals. And we go like this. Boom. And we can make a basin. And now we can make the thermopneumatic processing plant. Too many big words for me. You know what I mean? Boom. One of these guys. Now if we shift on this, so it says max pressure 10 bar. Okay. That doesn't matter then. What was that stuff called? LPG. LPG. We look at the uses on this guy for the first time ever. And it shows us that we need 100 Celsius, which we can manage. We need to add coal to it. Pump that in there. We get plastic. I think we can end the video with getting plastic. We need another vortex jumpy though. Because we got to heat this guy, right? So we take this, and then we need something to give it coal. We got coal being produced down here. It's set up some kind of cheeky way to get coal up there. Where's the coal at? Boom, over here. I got plenty of coal. I might just put a box next to it for now. Because like I said, this is all kind of temporary. So the refinery controller, if we put, let's give it some room. Where are you getting? You got diesel, keto, gasoline, LPG. Okay. We need another pumper, right? Boom. 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 Spin this deal. And then we take fluid pipes and we go like this. Boom, 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 and a boom. And you know what's great about all this? This is going to be my YouTube thumbnail, and it looks so great. How can we do here? We can go like this. Boom. I don't have no cogwheels. Let's put some of this in our system so we have it. And now we can make cogwheels very simple in here by going like a this. We say cogwheel. Cog. We want these guys. And we need these guys. So we go like this. Boom, boom, boom. And we put shafts in here. And we keep some in our stock. And then we go like this. Boom. And we have cogwheels. It's time for bed. We go like this. Get rid of this. These. Boom. Ah. Ah. And ah. That's going to pump into here. Yes. No problem. What is this other stuff? Diesel, Caro. We might use that to power our liquid compressors. But my theory was, you know what? I have this unlimited supply of lava in here. If I have to make 800 more compressors, that's easier for me than processing all this. I think what we might do is just void that. I'm not even sure what we need in here. We'll get to all this later at some point, I swear. But we need to feed coal into this guy. How are we going to do that? Take a box. Yes. And one of these guys. And we need a chute. Chute. Boom. We got a chute. We got a box. Let's do this for our temporary setup. We go like that. And then we go. Ah. You come with me. It's going great, isn't it? You go right here. The coal is now empty, and we're putting it in this box. Check it out. We're going to need more coal than that. I might have to add another wither skeleton to the rehab facility, because that's kind of looking low. And for my purposes, so I remember what goes here, I'm going to lock in a box, and then we're going to take this chute, and I'm hoping you can export into there. And then we take this box, and we'll go like this, or import, or whatever the term is. Boom, it goes right in there. We need something here, though. We need temperature. Yes, we remembered that. We have the vortex tube, right? You go there, red, towards you. Make room, more pipes coming through. And we throw some pressure tubes down here. Remember, hook it to the machine first. Don't be a bot tube. Ah. And ah. Can I get up here? Yes. Are we making plastic? Probably not. You know why? Because we're not doing this, remember? Cover up all sides of that deal. Let the heat penetrate. We're making plastic. And folks, that is my time for video game therapy of today. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun and peace.